Hey everybody, Tony D here. Little Joan is asleep on the couch, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Elden Ring, a new video game uh, developed partially by George R.R. Martin, I believe. Yeah, it says that in the beginning. In collaboration with George R.R. Martin. It looks like pretty generic stuff. You know, this is by request, by the way. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. So if you want to check that out, go to Amazon.com. The books are free if you have Kindle Unlimited. And when I say this is pretty generic stuff, it's fantasy. It's real fantasy. You got demi-gods here fighting on the battlefield. You've got monsters and giants. You've got a world here that's developed. Now it is somewhat derivative, but it's a game. I'm okay with some derivativeness to it. And it has a cool ending. It's like she's telling you the story of this world and how it's all broken up. And she's basically inviting you to take the crown and sort of reunite everything. And it's called Elden Ring. And it's got like guys in it who you would probably characterize as ring wraiths. These guys resemble ring wraiths to me. You've got these demigods who are killed. And maybe they're a little bit like elves. You've got giants. You've got these big giant fortress-like things, and you got these demigods fighting on the battlefield, which is kind of cool too. So, I mean, I like the elements. It looks like a fun game. None of this is gameplay, but the fact that it's done by, or at least partially developed in collaboration with George R.R. Martin, probably means it's got some good details to it. You know, probably means that, he's lending his creativity to this, and it's got the grit to it. It's not too fun. Fantasy needs to have a little grit to it, so the weight of characters dying plays right. And I'm not seeing any elves or anything like that, but I do like the demigods on the battlefield. That's something. That's cool. These powerful entities fighting while you're, I guess running around going, uh-oh, I got to get out of this guy's way. And the giants, that's cool. I'm sure by the end of it, you have to fight them. I'm sure by the end of it, you got to fight them. You got to get the ring and the crown or whatever. And you got to unite, the factions and bring it all to a head. It looks cool. It looks cool as hell. You got these giants in the midst of these massive armies. This is a real siege. You got trebuchets and catapults and I assume battering rams, although I assume the giants are partly battering rams. You got the siege towers here. You got all the elements. This to me is medieval. This to me is a real medieval game. It's got all the elements. Story-wise, I could take it or leave it story-wise, but that it's George R.R. Martin, I'm willing to give it another look because I did love the first 3 seasons of Game of Thrones. Are amazing. They're amazing. Now that's storytelling, and this is a video game, so if the game doesn't play right, it doesn't matter the story, right? I mean, if you got a great story but you got a terrible controls, or it's too easy, or it's just not playable, But I would definitely give this. This looks like a cool trailer, and I was asked to evaluate this. This to me is fantasy, and as opposed to, and I keep talking about this damn thing only because you guys keep talking about it. The Legends of Vox Machina. It's fantasy. It's in the realm, but this is hardcore. See, if you started out with a trailer like this, and then you added the comedy maybe at the tail end of the trailer, you know, it was really grounded in like a really like, oh, it's a grim reality. Oh, but you got these light characters who are coming into it. That would make it fun. Instead, everything's kind of a little too overblown in that. Whereas in this, it seems very much grounded in a reality that makes sense. You know, even the demi-gods, they're fighting. They're like fighting hand-to-hand combat. That's, even though they're powerful entities, the fighting of the hand-to-hand combat kind of brings it down to a level to which I can sort of relate to it. And the colors look great. Everything looks great in this. So yeah, I would check this out. It's called Elden Ring. And this was by request. So check out the game. I don't know when it comes out. When does it come out? Do we have a thing here? Maybe it's out already. Oh, February 25th. So you can pre-order now, get a digital adventure guide, and a bonus gesture. A bonus gesture. Whatever that means. That's what they do now in video games. You can't get everything in the video game. You gotta like pre-order things so you can get a special code, so you gotta lock it in, whatever. But it looks good. Looks good. I would play this. I like the design. And you know, R.R. Martin. Hey, the guy knows his fantasy. You gotta give him that. And that's it for me, Tony D. I'm gonna go see what the hell Joan's barking at. Check me out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for more base take. And there was a live stream today. And we'll see you in the next one.